And we're back. Back again in Kerbal Space Program. Welcome, everybody. Let me pop it up. It looks like it's doing good. It's not going to start playing my stream in the background, is it? No, good. Okay, had to double check on that. Sweet. Alright. Well, we're going to continue where we left off yesterday. Once again, I do not have weed. I was almost going to play a different game today because I was running kind of late. And I had to run and go grab some food because I hadn't eaten today. But because I was running so late, I decided against it. I was going to play Portal 1, but instead, I figure we'll just continue what we were doing yesterday. We don't really have that many contracts that I want to do. Extract... Oh, shit. 500 units of ore from the moon. We'd like to know if getting ore from somewhere other than Kerbal is as easy as taking snacks from a juvenile Kerbal. Well, that's tempting, I have to admit. Science data from the surface of Minimus, we should be able just to immediately get 60 grand on, so I'll take that. Anything else? Science data from surface... We're gonna try to land on Ike today, because we do have a moon base that is circling Ike, but it does not have enough fuel to actually land. So I assume what we'll do is... grab that one. Scientific data from Ike. Do I have anything? Explore Ike. That's rendezvous, right? Return to Kerbal from orbit of Ike. Ugh. Return to Kerbal from a flyby of Ike. I don't really want to do that, if I'm being honest. I don't know if we're going to have enough fuel to do that. I would have to do a couple of refueling missions, and I don't really want to test my skills. So let's leave facility. I wonder, I haven't even checked. Did I get a notification? I did not. So apparently YouTube is just not going to send out my notifications today. That's nice. I didn't get one, and no one has shown up on the stream, and Williv is usually here immediately. So that's always lovely. I have a feeling YouTube's fucking up again. We don't have science for research and development, so let's just start. Now we have, I guess I can show you what I'm talking about, for anyone who doesn't understand where we left off. I started doing an Ike moon base about 4 or 5 streams ago, if I'm being honest. That's not the right terminology. If I'm remembering correctly, I think it was 4 or 5, I'm not certain. But we basically got to Duna, and then I immediately went, let's go to Ike, and I fucked it up, totally. I believe the super fun Cinnamon Bun Duna station is orbiting Ike. It is indeedy. Let's run over there real quick, and you'll see the predicament we're in. I believe we have a scientist on board, but no pilots. So we're going to need a lot of electric charge, but that's no big deal. We have plenty of solar panels. The main problem is that we have no fuel. We literally have no fuel. We have 121 oxidizer and 99 liquid fuel. That is not at all enough to come in for a landing on Ike. There's Duna right there, and there's Ike. Well, hello, Charlie. We need to refuel this somehow. It does have a docking port, and I've been told that after you dock crafts, it is possible to transfer fuel from one of them to another, but I don't know if that's actually possible. If it's not, then this may just be a completely futile attempt, and I will learn my lesson. But if it works, we can transfer fuel to here, and then we can land the thing on Ike. I hope we can do it. We will see. Let's go back to the Space Center. Yeah, Charlie, for some reason I don't think the notifications got sent out today. Or if they are being sent out, they're being sent out excessively slowly, because I've been streaming for almost 4 minutes, and you're the first comment, which is pretty abnormal for recent streams, I have to admit. Let's go to the vehicle assembly building and start working on this giant fuel tank that we're going to fly to Duna. Now, I probably just want to start from the very beginning. Hello, Trey! Welcome to the stream. So I probably want to just start with maybe a docking port, because that'd be useful. Coupling. I'm going to have to build this ship completely from scratch, because I've never made a refueling ship before. So this will be interesting. Toss this up here. Oh, shit. I forgot that that's going to be necessary. Let's grab the... maybe the OK-22. That's good enough for me. Toss it under there so that no one will notice. Awesome. And now toss a giant-ass fuel tank on it. Something like that should be fine. Oh my goodness, that is actually way larger than I thought it was. Huh. Is that the tank that I want? Yeah, that's it. I must just need a structural component first. Grab one of these things. Rockomax brand adapter. Connect you on and connect you. Please work. You don't like me very much, but that's okay. Connect you there. And we have our first part. Hey, what's up, Fun Bun? I missed your stream earlier. I got the notification late. But that's alright. I'll try to show up at Minecraft later tonight if you guys stream again. So, that should be enough fuel, if I'm being honest. It's nearly 3,000 fuel. If we can get that to Duna, we should be just fine. But we're gonna... Oh, we need power. Okay, so let me toss the power pack on here. And then we're gonna need communications. Something like that, so I won't run out of power. 4,000. Now let's get a couple of solar panels. Like so, just in case I need them. Should be about it. I'm gonna need... Oh, RCS too, because we're gonna come in for a maneuver. Ooh. Let me toss that up here. Probably 750 is more than enough. Scroll up. There it is. This is gonna be interesting. You streamed earlier and literally only one person came like 10 seconds before the end. Yeah, I noticed you streamed. I just wasn't able to come. I was working on Bitcoin and talking to my neighbors all day today about it. Bitcoin's been doing very well. It is back over $7,800 a coin. In fact, it might break $8,000 a coin tonight. I have not been watching it too closely because it is an extra screen I cannot put on my monitor right now. It is too full, not enough real estate. We need RCS controllers. Something like so. 2 of those there, and then 2 of these here, and then we'll toss our up and down motion on there. We have forward, backwards, left, right, and up and down. Sweet. That should be it. Oh, antennas. That would be useful. Let's grab... We probably don't need that big of an antenna, if I'm being honest, because we have 2 space stations that are there. Just in case. I'll take 2 relay antennas. It's not going to hurt it that bad to have 2 relay antennas on it. Like so. Now we need to somehow propel this thing to Duna. I don't want to use the fuel that's on it, if I'm being honest. But that's going to make it really difficult. If I don't use this fuel to send it to Duna, how am I going to put another stage on there without restricting that fuel access? I guess what I could do is turn them off. I don't know if it'll let me do that, but turn them off and then add another fuel tank to it and fly that fuel tank there. That might work. Let me get some more... I'm going to need a relatively small fuel tank on this thing. I don't... Actually... Once again, I'm probably not accurate. Let's go for a larger fuel tank than what I would expect me to need. I'm going to need a decoupler. Actually, I don't. If we're going to be transferring the fuel, I don't need a decoupler, and I could always do that just in case. I could turn the fuel back on if we need it. Alright, that's what I'm going to do. Now, an engine. Hello! Am I stoned? No, I'm not, Wind, unfortunately. It'll still probably be a while before I have weed. I'm hoping tomorrow. As you see at the bottom of the screen, I'm crossing my fingers for tomorrow, but I have no freaking idea. Let's toss a poodle engine on this. Spark. Oh, yeah, we could use the Dawn electric stuff. Holy shit, that's tiny amount of thrust. 2 kilonewtons? Even though it could run it for like 10,000 seconds with the big fuel tank, I don't know if we want to do that. This engine being powered by dark magic. Yeah, let's just continue with the poodle because I'm kind of used to it. I'm still probably going to fail today, but that's alright. That's what the stream is for. Rockomax brand adapter. There we go. Bring that up and scroll out a bit. Tomorrow you're going to be able to stream the Star Wars Battlefront 2 campaign. You're excited since you think a new game will do really well. Go for it, man. What should we do next? I probably want to increase the size. Since this is such a cheap craft right now, I'm going to try using our massive engines to get this thing to Duna. I probably don't need that much fuel, but who cares? Let me get my converter out of the structural. Da, 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 da. You likes... Oh, did I disconnect something? How? Oh, I must... Okay. I was like, how did that make sense? I have to grab by the docking port and move it up. I was like, that is weird. Like, so, this is going to be an interesting rocket. It is going to have so much oscillation. Huh. That makes me kind of rethink this. I guess we can risk it. I'll just have to do some weird struts. This is going to have some wiggle. Everyone get ready for a dance, because it's definitely going to dance going into orbit. Let's see here. Big-ass fuel tanks. Something like so. I don't have the even bigger ones yet, so I'm just going to have to place a couple of these. This is probably going to blow up, if I'm being honest. It is going to be nearly impossible to keep this thing flying straight. But that's okay. Let me toss the Rhino on there, and I guess we'll do exactly like I did last time, and just put... hold on. Let me take off one of those, and we'll make the outer stage go up a little higher. This is going to be funky. Decoupling. Right here. Grab some TT-70s, like so. We're going to put 4 of them on. This is going to be... I keep saying this, but it's going to be a fucking weird rocket. These new engines and the bigger tanks and everything, they cost a shitload, but I'm so not used to them yet. They could easily get us to Duna, but... Can you not? What? Can you not? What the fuck? Talk about making this difficult. What? Hello? Can I hold Alt to make you snap? Why are you making this difficult? There... Okay, Kerbal apparently doesn't want me to do this, and I cannot tell you why. It just is absolutely refusing to put these where I want it to go. It'll put them down sideways, because that fucking makes sense, right? Weird. Yeah, you need to refresh if you can't see the stream. Not that it'll be able to hear me say that. What the actual fuck? Like... This is weird. Like, shouldn't... Will it snap to the bottom? No, it won't snap to those at all. It's like it's just refusing to put these fuel tanks on. I wonder why the fuck it's not allowing me to put these on. I can do that, you know, because that fucking makes sense. But I can't... Alright, can I rotate this thing? Okay, I'm just gonna forcibly rotate the damn thing to work. Kerbal, why you do this? Why you be stupid? Thank you. You cause mass aggravation for no reason. Let me go to structural, get the Kerberdine things like so. Now we can put on our big-ass nose cones like so. Such a pain in the ass. I had to hold Alt and forcibly rotate the parts to make it snap to the object and forcibly rotate into the correct position. You'd expect it to do that automatically, but I guess not. Please don't do it again. Please don't fuck with me again. Let's toss another one of these on, and this will be my last fuel tank. These rhinos actually are, or not the rhinos, the mammoths are amazing. Actually, it's not as lengthy as I thought it would be. Alright, let's see if this thing will work. We should have a lot of freaking gimbal. Yeah, this should work. Thank you, Wind, for trying to help somebody out. You don't know if you saw it the other day. You must reiterate. Greenleaf? Yeah, I know. Lean Grief? What? Really? If that was the one you're talking about, go for it. Yeah. The 8-year-old, go for it. No young kid should be in this stream, just saying. I know that little kids are gonna get mad at me for that, but it's a fucking stoner stream. It's like little kids hanging out in a bar. Not a good idea. If you could age restrict the channel, I would, but go figure, YouTube took that crap away. You can flag videos still, but pfft, What should we name this thing? The Refueler, but we should add some better name to it than just the Refueler. It's not as lengthy as I thought it would be, Stone 2017. What should we... Thank you, Fun Bun. What should we do here? Yeah, I kind of knew that one as a little kid, but that's why I've been not necessarily putting too much effort into talking to Charlie. It was pretty obvious. What should we name this thing? I guess Wind Gaming Refueler. Since I don't have a ship named after you, I'm pretty sure. Let's save. There is no place for Kerbals in this, right? Good. Then let's take this puppy out and launch. It should be... Jesus, it's 1,063 tons. Save and launch. Wind Gaming. I'm glad you didn't immediately think that we're just going on a banning spree. Yeah. We've had a few really young kids show up at this stream more than once, and thankfully Fun Bun can weed them out. Oh! Well, I definitely didn't want to make a vibrator, which was what that just was. Let's put some struts on this before it explodes. Revert flight to vehicle assembly. I completely forgot about the struts. We probably want to strut the top to the top of the rocket and the bottom to, well, obviously the bottom. Just to make sure this thing doesn't have the Kraken attack us. Something like so. I'll put a couple of struts on here. It does not want... Oh, I can do the crossweed pattern. That's fine. Oops. I need 4 of those. Like so. Right there. And then another one. Like so. I could probably put some more up on the top, but we'll see if it's needed. Yeah, thanks, I am heavy. Well, I didn't mean that. I really apologize if I implied that on accident. I meant that it's one of the biggest rockets I think I've ever launched. Minus the base yesterday. I didn't check the actual weight on it, but it was pretty much the same bottom end. So I have a feeling it weighed just as much. Let's see if this thing will get us to Duna. It is entirely possible. Save and launch. Strut me, please. Will do. Taking a swig of soda. If you hear a weird squealing, it's because it's a McDonald's cup. Don't know why it does that. Those are very phallic-looking fuel tanks on the side. Well, I think everything about this rocket looks phallic, just being honest. SAS, oops, SAS, and I guess we're good. I'm always sketched out, grab my joystick, because I actually do need that to control this craft. Get about 80% throttle, I'd say, 80, 90-ish% throttle, and launch. Hopefully we can get this thing into space easily. Nope, we want a little bit more than that. Cool. We're not wiggling all over the place, so the struts appear to be working pretty well. As our fuel goes down... You're not offended because you're pretty skinny? Well, good. I'm glad. Well, not necessarily that you're skinny, but I'm glad that you weren't offended, because I did not mean to imply that at all. If I did, I totally apologize. I was just saying that it was one of the bigger rockets that I've ever made. I think this is the second largest rocket I've ever made, just because how big the fuel tanks are on it. We are almost at 2 Gs of acceleration, so start bringing my throttle down a little bit. I'll try to... Oop, there's the wiggle. I knew it was going to do a little bit of wiggle on the front. Oh, it's going to do a crazy wiggle. I'm just going to pull back on my throttle a little bit so we're not going quite as hefty. It still has plenty of gimbal, and it's trying to autocorrect. It's not getting out of hand yet. And as we get higher and higher out of the atmosphere, it should prevent it from wiggling too much. That's hilarious, though. I knew that was going to happen whenever I saw how tall that rocket was. I was like, this is going to do some weird shit. Oh, bring my throttle down again, because we're going way too fast. That's awesome. At least it's not blowing up, but if you saw that going up in the sky, you'd be freaking out a little bit, I have to admit. We're at 20,000. Pretty soon it should stop wiggling because we'll get out of the atmosphere. That's the whole reason it's wiggling, is there's so much drag on the nose that it's just bending it every time it tries to gimbal. But it... Alright, let's see if I can start turning this into a... Oh, this is hilarious. It's gonna blow up. I know it is. This wiggle is hilarious. What is this? It's some form of oscillation. I just don't know what it's called. Somebody who's a physicist can tell me. Oh, this is hilarious. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Alrighty. Theoretically, we should still be going up into space, though this is creating an insane amount of drag. Alright, let me revert flight. We're gonna revert to vehicle assembly. We're gonna toss some more struts on that and try to prevent the wiggle. The reason it's happening is how ridiculously tall it is. It's very thin and tall, and that's never good. Let's grab some struts, wherever they are. There we go. 4 of them. Now, I bet I could just toss one to the top of these and use it like cables to hold this thing together. Not sure if that'll work, but I will try my best. You got 99 your first quarter AP comp sci? Nice. Hope you had a better teacher than I do, because I fucking hated that class. My teacher was an idiot. And I don't say that about teachers very often. She was an idiot. She had no idea what she was doing. Let me rephrase that. She knew what she was doing. She just had no idea how to explain it to kids. Because if you spend a week on Hello World, you don't deserve to be a teacher. At least of computer science. You can try teaching something else, but definitely not computer science. SAS is active. Let's see if this prevents the wiggle. Probably not. It also didn't look like we had the best launch, but that's okay. We have a lot of fuel. This thing has 1,400 fuel on it. That's our maneuvering stage pretty much, and then if we have to, I can take a little bit out of this. Mainly, this is our main center tanks right here are the tanks that we're going to be using to get into deep space. And then we're going to be using this to maneuver to Duna and Ike. And hopefully not much of monopropellant in this one to actually slow down and go into orbit. But I'm not certain. This is the first time I've ever tried putting a refueling ship in orbit, or ever tried refueling something, and I'm going all the way to Duna. Well, the entire first 10 weeks were a review from last year when you were in Comp Sci 2, so he just gave us our first lecture on Monday, which was multi-dimensional arrays and arrayless. Nice. Do I know anything about PC science? PC science? Are you talking about computer science? Yes, considering I run an IT business. And I was a programmer for a while. But other than that, kind of, I don't know. I'm not gonna say that I know a lot, because that's arrogant. And I'm definitely not one that knows that much about it. Well, Fun Bun apparently is gonna fluff me up there. You're blowing smoke up my ass again, Fun Bun. I'm not experienced. Cough, cough. I guess that would be the correct word, but it gives the wrong implication. I do not have a lot of experience in computer science specifically. I have a lot of experience in programming and in general computers. Computer science is actually a pretty specific terminology. It's talking about the building and, well, not necessarily just the building. There's a lot. Depending on which sect of it you go into, that's bad. It could be from the fundamentals of coding all the way to the hardware, and I mean, that is a lot. I've fiddled with all forms of microcontrollers, I've fiddled with all forms of programming, but I am not an expert in any of it. Hire you? No, I'm good. I have no employees, and I am quite happy like that. Take our fuel down a little bit more. Is there any way in hell we can turn this into a reasonable orbit? Sweet, I'm only at 80,000. That is good. Then let's bring it down a little bit. There has been no crack and wiggle, which is amazing. And let's just keep increasing our speed. I should be able to do this just fine. How far away from our apoapse am I? A minute 19, that's good enough for me. I'll take it. Computer science is rather unspecific. That's why I was trying to word around that. It's very hard. It's like, it's a broad subject from everything from the coding to the root of coding, where coding began, all the way to the hardware and how the hardware functions. Like, there is a lot. Wow, this has a lot of fuel. Still a minute from our apoapse. This is crazy. This is a good rocket, I have to admit. I like this thing quite a bit. Though the staging is going to probably change my mind a little bit. Go, please. Thank you. And don't explode. I'd appreciate it. Why are you wiggling? I don't understand the oscillation. I guess it's because of the gimbal itself, right? It's gotta be the gimbal that's doing that, because that is freaking ridiculous amounts of wiggle. Apoapse is not really going up, which is good. I'm not using a lot of fuel. Can I bring that down and stop this absurd wiggle? Maybe just shut it off entirely. Stop wiggling. Thank you. God damn. We have no air drag up here, and if that's just wiggling because of structure, like, it's never done that before, and you'd expect it to wiggle a lot more if you had more weight at the nose and more thrust at the back. I don't understand why it wiggles more on this than my arrow-shaped crafts I've sent up before. Very strange, and it's kind of frustrating. 13 seconds. I'm gonna have to go to full-blown speed now, and it is gonna wiggle like crazy. Just try to stay in prograde. I don't know if you can do it, just try to stay in prograde. I'm actually going to be burning a little bit behind our apoapse, but I can't stop the damn wiggle! You know a lot more about, more than others about PC building, overclocking, and stuff like that. That's not at all computer science. Once again, that kind of falls under it, but that's not at all what Funbun and I were talking about. And that really has nothing to do with my business. Building computers in general has nothing to do with most IT businesses. I mean, that's just a generic skill that almost everyone that has a computer will learn to do if they're in the IT. We are almost at orbiting speed. But yeah, managing those systems, running virtual machines, trying to connect multiple remote hosts together through separate subnets, and like there is so much shit that is considered IT that has nothing to do with computer building. Should I go up? I guess I just need to launch myself out. We are in... God, I hate this rocket. The wiggle is making me really pissed. Because I know it's gonna fuck me up. I know it's gonna mess up my trajectory. Where's Duna? Is it in a good place? That's Drez. No, it is not. Fuck. I should have checked that before I launched. Well, I guess it doesn't matter how much time I take to get to Duna, because there's no one on it. Not that we have life support anyways. Sorry, Fun, but I missed your message. You used to watch Linus, but his content got staled. Oh, yeah, Linus Tech Tips. He got crazy clickbaity. The dude just, like... His original videos, whenever he built computers and his benchmarking them and stuff like that, that was awesome. But now they got so ridiculous, over the top. Like, it's all clickbait videos. I had to unsubscribe from him. He was getting... I mean, daily, I'd roll my eyes from his channel. Where is Duna? I guess it doesn't matter which direction I go, right? I want to go in basically that direction. Got it. It doesn't really matter, considering I'm not going to change my orbit too much, but... I did not mean to do that. What did I just unset target? There we go. I meant to add maneuver. Thank you. Now, prograde. Try to send us out into deep space like so. That's 12 million. That's good enough for me. And then it's like 15, 13. Close enough. How much fuel does that take? Quite a bit. And our craft is still doing some weird spinny shit. I do not like the fact that this thing is being such a pain. Can I stop the roll? No, it looks like he is trying to stop the roll. Or he's trying... What are you doing? I say he, it's a computer. I'm personifying a computer. Are you trying to go to prograde? Because you are kind of the exact opposite of prograde. You're almost pointing at retrograde and getting closer at retrograde. Interesting. We have 27 minutes until we get to our maneuver. That doesn't make much sense, I have to admit. It's really obnoxious this craft is being so weird. I don't understand why the physics does not like this craft. It has to do with the extra weight up here. I just don't know what it is. It's gotta do with that weight. There's so much to computer science, all you can really say is you know how to program, how to build a computer, general interactions between hardware and software. Yeah. Pretty much. Though that's still like 5%. That being said, just to clarify, I am not a computer science wizard, I'm not an IT wizard or anything like that. I know the base level stuff to where I can keep my business running, and that's about it. Anyone that claims to know a lot about computers or a lot about anything like that really has no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Because they just haven't been thrown in deep enough to go, oh, I guess I'm not as smart as I thought I was. And I have been thrown into those deep pools so many times that I'm like, I am stupid! I know nothing! 20 seconds or so and we'll get to our maneuver. Though this thing probably won't let me actually go. Yeah, Linus got some bullshit videos. Hell yeah, he does. Some are good. Paul's Hardware, Jay's 2 Cents, and Bitwit are still cool. Jay's 2 Cents I've watched a few times. I don't believe I've ever seen Paul's Hardware, and Bitwit I don't think I've seen either. But yeah, I like Jay's 2 Cents. I've seen some of his build videos. I'm trying to think, who else do I watch for... Oh! Shit, I should definitely pop that guy up for you guys. I have 8 minutes. I don't know what this guy's name is, but I am totally gonna pop it up just so that I can suggest it to you all. My channel. I hope I can find it. Subscriptions. Please let me find this. I'm 8 minutes away, so I should be okay. Nordic Computer. And I believe his video. Yeah, My Playhouse. I'll pop up. Never mind. Just, the guy's name is My Playhouse. He's on YouTube. He is fucking amazing. English is his second language, pretty obviously, but he is so giddy and nerdy about computers and server systems and everything else. It is awesome. Speaking of server systems, I'm glad that was brought up. I actually pulled my servers out, and I will be running Minecraft on those servers here pretty soon. I got them put in my server room. That is a DL580, DL5, something like that. It's a pretty damn good HP ProLiant server on the bottom, and then I have 120, 140 terabytes on top of that, that if I decide to go for a massive Minecraft server, we won't run out of space. So, just so you guys know, I am working on that. It's just going to take me a while to get it powered up and set up. And I don't necessarily make money off it, so I don't have much motivation. But, I am working on it. You're personally planning on getting a master's or PhD in computer science, maybe going too far ahead, but that's where you want to go? Yeah, you're planning a little bit too far ahead, but go for it, man, if you want to. Honestly, most things like that right now, any form of IT systems, if you can just prove that you can do it, you don't need that damn degree. The degree is just $40,000 piece of paper. Most people are just ignorant about computers in general, and if you can show them that you can make it work, then you can get the job. It's that simple. Or you can just create your own job like I did. But yeah, personally, I don't like the idea of a degree because it's a $40,000 piece of paper that doesn't guarantee you a job anymore. It did 10 years ago, well, maybe 20 years ago, doesn't anymore. Now it's like, oh, you have a probability of getting a job, as long as somebody else that's more qualified doesn't find it before you. Accelerate time just a hair again. Now that I'm not distracted. But very soon, I will get those Minecraft servers up. Yeah, it's not going to be a vanilla Minecraft. Well, that depends. If Funbun wants me to make a vanilla server, I might. just for him and Narwhals, but other than that, well, for everyone, plus him and Narwhals. But besides that, I'm going to be hosting my Sky Factory, modded Sky Factory from it, and that takes a shit ton of RAM and a shit ton of processing power. And that thing has 24 cores, I believe, all running at like 2.16 gigahertz or 2.6 gigahertz, something like that. So it has a lot of processing power and 128 gigabytes of RAM, so it should be able to keep Minecraft running stably. Let me turn on RCS after we get closer. This is going to take a while of a burn, but it's okay. Hello, Smidget. Welcome to the stream. We are on our way to Duna. Well, technically Ike. You know you don't need it, you just want all the knowledge you get from 8 years of university education? Alright, man. There's a word for you called Google that helps, but yeah, go for it if you want. You can... Here's an idea for you, Fun Bun. You can sit in on those lectures for free. You don't have to pay college as long as you talk to the professor and say, hey, can I sit in on your lecture? That doesn't mean you're going to get a degree, but you can sit in and get all of that information for free. In fact, a lot of those lectures are recorded and posted on college websites. You just have to get a login for it. That you might have to pay for. But it's just, there are ways of doing that for free. You've been lurking for like 20 minutes? Well, nice. Welcome, Smidget. Let me toss RCS on here. Can you please, for the love of goodness, get to where I need you to be pointing? I know this fucker is gonna immediately mess up. How much RCS do I have? Enough. I'm not gonna worry about it. I know this thing is immediately gonna start going into another oscillation and it's gonna make me so mad. I don't understand why the physics do not like this craft very much. I get it in atmosphere, and I kind of understand the physics of if you have so much torque on that large of an object, you're gonna have warping. But goodness gracious. Without any form of drag, I don't understand how that warp happens. Well, specific impulse of 300... No, that's the wrong thing. What my max thrust is, it shouldn't be like 2 Gs immediately, and that's what would be causing an oscillation. I don't know why the hell this thing oscillates as much as it does. It makes no sense. That should not be happening. There is no aerodynamic drag, and it doesn't have enough burst to do that. Somehow, if you turn up the throttle, it brings down the oscillation, which is the exact opposite of what it'd be if it was a normal oscillation based in physics. Oh well. Kerbal is pissing me off again. Well, hello! I've already forgot how to say your name again, and I am so sorry. Give me a second. Naftali? I think that's it, Naftali? I can't remember. And I know you tried. You tried so hard to get me to remember it last time. I guess I'm just going pro grade because I can't possibly keep my maneuver. There's no way this thing would ever stay. No one likes my wiggle. It's not you, Wind. I just really don't like the fact that the physics do not make sense on this craft. We are now in deep space, and for some reason it decided to throw my camera angle all over the place. Apparently I'm so far from that. I'm so far from the maneuver, it didn't even work the way I wanted it to. Alright, well, let's just accelerate time and see where the hell this thing takes us. I don't think we're going to be able to get it to Duna with that oscillation. There's no way for us to keep a maneuver. It just will not stay still. I do not understand it either. It doesn't make sense. I mean, if it was like 300 feet long and you hit it really hard on the back end, physics dictates that it's not going to move the whole craft at once. And if it's a really long craft, the back end will try to come ahead of the front, so it'll warp it, it'll bend the craft. But I'm not accelerating that fast. I don't have that much oomph. I don't know. Maybe it just has too much weight on the front end. I do not understand it. It's breaking my brain. How's my pet project coming along? That thing you're programming? Oh, my AI? I haven't been touching that. I haven't been on my ADHD medication. I can't program if I'm not on my ADHD medication. Unfortunately. yeah, I just can't keep my mind wrapped around all of the multidimensional arrays and everything else. Like I've tried to explain before, imagine 4 red-colored dots, and attached to every one of those dots is 4 green dots, and attached to every one of those green dots is 4 blue dots, and attached to every one of those blue dots is 4 purple dots. Tell me how many dots there are, and now scramble them around in your brain and try to make sure that you can keep them all orientated. That's kind of what I'm experiencing with my multidimensional arrays whenever I'm not on my ADHD medication. I cannot keep all those variables straight in my head, and I end up just seeing a bunch of random variables that don't make sense. I can look at my programming journal right now, and I can't read it. It breaks my brain, which is scary considering it's in my handwriting. It's not something you ever want to have happen. It makes me feel like I've either become extremely dumb, or that the ADHD medication brought me to a weird new level, and I don't know. Like, I physically can't read my journals anymore because they're just so convoluted. They make me feel like I am a child. Who would win? 3,000 times a... Wait, what? 3,000 lines of code or one wiggly boy? Huh? Technically, that would have only been a 4-dimensional array. 4 dimensions deep. But yeah, you're... Same idea. Funbun knows what I'm talking about. That shit gets complicated quick. I guess I just need to fully accelerate because we're so far behind Duna. I'm going to have to pretty much spend an entire year in space. Alrighty, I'm going to take a swig of soda. But yeah, I haven't been able to work on my narrow script AI for a very long time. Just because I can't afford my medication. Right now, I do have dental insurance, but if I extend that to my full insurance, like I used to have, it'll cost me around $900 a month. And I can't afford that shit. I really can't afford that shit. It's the only reason it costs that much is because I would have to insure myself through my business, which is like a premier quote-unquote plan that, yeah, it's not fun. And I'm not going to spend $900 a month so that I can go to the doctor and get my ADHD medication for another $30 a month. It's a meme? What are you talking... Oh, that's why I didn't get it. Yeah, I don't participate in the vast majority of memes. Some of them I find funny. The vast majority of them I find stupid as hell. Which is not good. Pretty much Funbun's accurate. It's not only a bracket miss... Like, I have... They're not even runtime errors, because they're not errors. The amount of data that gets reprocessed in recursive methods through multidimensional arrays in this AI is insane. And by the time you put one word of input in, by the time it comes out, it's thousands of data points and variables pointing all over a neural network. And I can't understand it whenever I'm not on my ADHD medication. Sorry, I slow down time whenever I read chat so that I don't go zipping past where we need to go. But yeah, Funbun's accurate there too. It makes it insanely hard to work in general. If you ever want Funbun, I'll send you a copy of my AI code. I haven't worked on it in a long-ass time. I don't even know which version I have on Windows. I think my Linux distro has the most up-to-date. But if you want, I can send it to you and you can get some practice on multidimensional arrays and all that shit, recursive methods. I do not have electricity. Welp, I failed. Let me see here. Can I... Nope, without electricity I can't... Damn it, I completely forgot about that. I should have saved whenever we're in orbit. I literally just wasted like 20 minutes. Well, that's a pain in the ass. And I don't have... Damn it! Such a failure! But that's okay. Let's revert flight. We've just come slamming into Duna. I've completely forgot to toss out our solar panels because I had SAS enabled that entire time. If I wouldn't have had SAS enabled, we would have had no problems. We wouldn't run out of electricity. But I was an idiot. I made my own problems there. We've got to figure out this wiggle. Even if I was going to revert to launch, but nope. Given the opportunity, I'm going to figure out this freaking ridiculous wiggle. Is there a way for me to strut the hell out of it and make it where it doesn't wiggle anymore? Theoretically, physics, it wouldn't change it. It should still wiggle. But knowing Kerbal, doing something as stupid as this will suddenly make it work. For... like so, and like so. Let's see if that prevents some of the wiggle. It's not going to prevent it in totality, but it might prevent some. And that's all I want, is some of that wiggle to be stopped. Now let's save and launch again. This time, the moment I get into orbit, I'm going to quick save. After that, I'm going to put out my solar panels. After that, I'm going to work on Duna. You'd only comprehend 20% probably. You have no idea about polymorphism slash recursion does look like. Well then that's why it'd be cool to look at it then, right? Trust me, I can't even understand the vast majority of it now because I'm not on my medication anymore. That sounds like I'm a crazy person. Let's get on up there. In options, it should be enabled hard connection. Wait, hold on. In options should be to enable hard connections. So there should be an option to enable hard connection. What is that? Like, settings. I don't think this is what you're talking about, but I'll double check. No, thermal highlights, AI scale. No, not in there. I don't know what you're talking about. Wind. Resume flight. SAS, get about 80% and go. Thankfully, I am gonna just be doing this stream. Like, the whole point is just to save the Ike station, so it's alright that I wasted a little bit of time. It sounds like you're using self-enhancing drugs. If only they were prescribed by a doctor. But I mean, that's literally the reason I can stream, is because I'm ADD as fuck. I can do like 4 or 5 things at once even when I'm stoned. It's not exactly the most efficient way of doing things. And it's definitely not good whenever I try to have a single line of thought, because I jump all over the place. But yeah, with this, I'm able to stream. Funny enough, if I got back on my medication, I probably wouldn't be streaming. So, that's a win-lose there, depending. Only with Adderall can you program Skynet. Fuck Adderall. I was not on that shit. If I was prescribed that crap, I would not have ever taken it. I was prescribed something called Vyvanse, which is... not much better, I'll admit, but it is insanely useful. It's not... you don't have to take as many of the pills, it's a lot more long-term, and it tends to work better, but my doctor, this is straight from my doctor's mouth, said that once it hits your liver, it immediately... or not your liver, whatever the fuck process, your liver, it immediately turns to cocaine. So, that's cool. Basically, my doctor was giving me cocaine. And that's probably why I was able to do all that programming. But, I don't know. And your first thought is, you are programming on cocaine? That means you're stupid. It's like, no. Actually, all the program works. And now I can't understand it anymore. So that makes me feel like I was even smarter with my ADHD medication. And now I feel like an idiot. Because I can't understand any of it. It literally baffles me. I can open up that spiral. I have about 200 and some odd pages of written notes, and I can't read about half of them. The other half, it makes sense, kind of, but it's so convoluted, there's no way I could ever program it. Adderall is literally a less healthy drug than meth? Yep, that's why I was so against Adderall. I didn't even know I was ADD until I was diagnosed with it. My friend, actually, I was in high school. I was just about to graduate. This is when I was in my 5th year senior class. People, that sounds weird. I graduated a year early, so they had to throw me into the 5th year senior so that I could go at my own pace, if that makes sense. Now, with that being said, so people don't think I took 5 years to get out of high school, I ended up getting stuck on my last few courses because I could not write essays. for some reason, I just cannot fucking write a one-page essay. Like, it breaks my brain. There is no important information in a one-page essay that has 4 paragraphs. Like, if it is a story, quote-unquote, in 4 paragraphs, it's an intro, 2 body paragraphs, and a conclusion, which makes no fucking sense for any amount of useful information. That is more than a short story. So I have problems with that. And after about 3.5 months of beating my teacher's head against the desk because he was trying to help me write these things, he told me to look into ADHD, and my friend who was on the medication was like, hell yeah, you're straight up ADHD. Nope, it still wiggles like crazy. I take that back, it doesn't. What the... Kerbal! You make no sense! Alright, let's see, how far from our apoapse are we? About 1:42. You make no sense, Kerbal! Keep prograde if you can. Might as well add... Oh, shit. We're not in orbit yet, but I do want to extend solar panel, just so I don't forget. And I guess I have to enable RCS, because it cannot keep this thing stable for the life of it. And apparently my computer just wants to fart about. It does not understand how to use it. But yeah, Adderall's bad shit. No. If my doctor would have gave me that stuff, I would have been like, hell no. No way in hell. I'm waiting on that apoapse, but I don't know if I should. I guess to finish my story there, after the 3 months of not being able to write those essays, I ended up getting a prescription from my doctor. My doctor immediately told me I was ADHD. I've scored like a 90-something, or 95 out of 100 on the test. The, like, multi-tests that they give you in ADHD. Basically, it's the same test, but reworded in different questions. Like, they reorder the questions and reword it. If you answer the same things throughout the test, then you're ADD. Because it's the way it's set up, you're not supposed to... Like, it's very straight. But... my doctor gave me the medication, and the next day I went to school and I wrote a 27-page dissertation. And I gave that to my teacher, and he took it. So that was cool. Well, he fought me a little bit on it, and then after having the English professor from the local college tell him that it was a great essay, he finally accepted it. And then I did a video editing project for the rest of my stuff. All in all, I still ended up getting out of school early, but it was a pain in the ass. I do not encourage school. I hate that shit. Alright, we should have pretty much an apoapse now. I'm already past it. Good job. Let's try to bring that up a little bit. I have so much fuel that it's not that big a deal, and our oscillation has pretty much stopped, because, you know, that makes sense. Kerbal, you have no idea how physics works, and I hate you. I hate you so much. You're used to writing the small programs you get in computer science class in less than 20 minutes, working on the stupid pyramid thing, and now you hate life? Yeah. Honestly, though, that doesn't get you set up for programming in real life, because there is literally nothing you are ever going to program in real life that is a 20-minute program. Like, it's just not going to happen. Even if you have modules or add-ons or anything like that, you are not going to be programming a 20-minute program in real life for anything useful. Which is one of the reasons why I hate schooling and college in general. High school or college both do the exact same shit. I should probably quick save. College kind of takes a step further, where they're like, I guess what we can do is give you some harder stuff. But, oh goodness, that drives me crazy. After programming for... I've been working on this AI for 7 years, 6 years, 7 years. I started it before I was on my ADHD medication, and then when I got on my ADHD medication, I completely rewrote the entire fucking thing. I rewrote the entire program 4 years ago, and then that version I have not ever finished, but if I do, it's complete. That I know it's going to be complete if I can finish it. I just have to have the motivation and the medication. As weird as that is to say. Take off RCS. I don't want you wasting all that crap right now. Now, let's throw us out into deep space like I did just a second ago. I apologize for the very random commentary today, but it's hard for me to continuously stay focused on Duna while talking about all this computer science and medical shit. I did not mean to click on that. There went our quick save, so I'm gonna have to quick save again. Golly. Gusroy, Frank Station, that's not it. Where are you at? Lordred, the amazing will of... Nope. Where are you at? You've got to be up here somewhere. Wild Gaming Refueler. Switch 2. Encoding in C++ for your game and writing code for a single asset takes somewhere from an hour to an entire day because you have to make sure there's no bugs with interaction. Yep. That's normal right there, Fun Bun. That's real programming. Go back out. Try to set my maneuver this time without clicking on another ship. That was rather obnoxious. Okay, so flip around that way. Do not click on the stupid ship by accident. And now zoom in. I think we need like 920 meters per second. It's way too high. Bring that back down. Why are you glitching? Please stop that. You're gonna piss me off. 900, and that's good enough. I'll take it. Let's toss it out like so. Where's my Apple apps? Good enough. I could mess with it. Nah, I'll just do it. We have enough time. Let me quick save again because it took it away from us. I really don't like the fact that they take your quick saves away whenever you switch ships. That was about to turn into a single word. Switch ships. 22 seconds away. I was like, do we have to do our maneuver now? No, we do not. Yeah, I had a friend in junior year who was in my Physics 2 AP class, and he was developing a virtual reality system with augmented glasses that allowed you to go through a 4-dimensional maze where you could warp time and space while you're in the maze to reorder the entire thing. Like, you could walk through walls and it would turn you into another dimension. I saw this thing being created by Scratch. This guy was a fucking genius. I've never met somebody else on this guy's level, and he was also kind of weird. He was one of the nicest people I've ever met, but he wore dog collars every day. I think that was just his furry thing. He was a furry, not the... People think furries are like sexual things. Furry is just a community. If you're a furry, you're a really nice person that dresses up in animals to act like a different person. You don't necessarily dress up in an animal to fuck somebody. Though I guess there's nothing against that either. It's just that the perception is skewed. He was a furry, but he had so many other weird quirks that make that just normal. This guy was... it's hard to describe. He was awesome and weird. That's the best way to put it. Most intelligent person I've ever met. You can code in C#? Nice. I did C# whenever I was working on Windows Mobile back in Windows Mobile 7 days. I had a Windows Expo, which was the projector phone, and it was pretty damn cool, but I honestly hated the programming language. C# just seems so bad. I had just learned Objective-C before that, which is Apple's version of programming for their mobile devices, and I think they even turned it into Mac OS now. But I started learning Objective-C, learned that first, then went to C#, and hated C# because it seemed like a knockoff version of C++, and a lot of similarities with Objective-C, if that makes sense. It was almost like Windows was trying to create a version of Apple's crappy mobile operating system. And I don't know if that... Like, I'm sure C# originated before Windows Mobile. It's just... It seemed like it to me. I never liked it. The only Microsoft language you can code in is BASIC. BASIC I don't believe was started by Microsoft. It might have been, because Microsoft has been in the game for a long time. But generally speaking, BASIC is just that. It's called BASIC. Like, BASIC runs on all TI calculators. BASIC runs on... it's a different form of BASIC, but it runs on all TI calculators. BASIC runs on a lot of, like, batch files. I believe that's still considered BASIC, though now you just call it batch. Like, it's very... it's hard to describe. BASIC itself is more than just basic, if that makes sense. It's like saying computer science. The term has so many programming languages associated with it. Like, Arduinos run on a version of BASIC. Unos run on a version of BASIC. What is the old school learner boards that you get for programming? I can't even remember what they're called. Shit. It's been so long since I worked with the prototype boards. But all of those run on versions of... yeah. Oh, well, I should probably quick save, but it's fine. I fucked up this maneuver, because I can't get that thing to freaking move. There we go. Just go. It's fine if I miss the maneuver. I don't care that much. Visual Basic. Ah, see? That's kind of different. And Visual Basic is an IDE, isn't it? It's not considered a language. Like, Visual Basic runs a lot of different languages. It's like their Visual Studio. I've never used it. Or I used it for XD. They had some form of game development environment a long time ago, and it was X something. XDE, XME, X... It was by Microsoft. I just can't remember. It wasn't a very good one. I didn't like it. But it also ran on Visual Basic and Visual Studio. You had to install both of those preemptively before you installed the X whatever the hell package it was. Generally speaking, I didn't use them. It has come to my attention from a quick Google search that Visual Basic is similar to BASIC, but it is not BASIC. Okay, see, that's what I thought. And Visual Basic is a language. I didn't know if it was actually considered a language on its own, or if it was just considered Visual Studio's whatever. You don't know that stuff? You like to make your hands dirty? I do too, Wind. I do quite a bit of manual labor work. That is the best type of work, in my opinion. Let's just accelerate time. I don't need to waste too much more time than I already have. For instance, I've been working with my neighbors, repairing the side of their house and their roof. I've been managing the water systems for my neighborhood. Been doing a lot of lawn work for my neighbors because they don't want to do it, and they pay me really fucking well, and I'm at home all day because I work from home, so I don't mind. I get some extra income. Generally speaking, I love manual labor. Joe, I do not like doing the same thing day in and day out. So if it's a job of manual labor, I would never be able to do it. But if it was like a contractor basis, which is what I do for all my neighbors, hell yeah, I'll do that all the time. I love that shit. I worked in a wood shop for a year. It was about a 10,000 square foot furniture shop where we created all types of high-end furniture and refurbished and everything else. After that, I ended up doing more programming. I ended up running my own machine shop with my buddy for a while. Yeah, there's a lot of shit I've done. For being 24, I've gone through a lot of crap, which is cool. Expand your horizons. Figure out what makes you happy. Visual Studio is a nice IDE if you don't want to have to write graphics with individual lines of code. Yeah, it's just, I really don't like Visual Studio. There are better other IDEs. I really didn't like Visual Studio. Mainly because it was Microsoft. I don't like them. I really don't. That's the one thing you dislike about Eclipse? Yep. That's why I suggest you switch to NetBeans, because NetBeans is a Java version of Visual Studio that is better. It is open source. It runs better. There are add-ons and mods that you can add if you want it. It is so much better in Visual Studio. I attribute Visual Studio almost like Adobe. Like, I fucking hate Adobe programs because they work really well, but they're stupid convoluted. They're like every button under the sun just thrown at you, and I do not like that. You have no idea what we're talking about? We're just talking about computer science and programming stuff. Not that interesting, to be honest. Let me slow down once we get to our periapps. Apparently we're 14 days away from that. I really need to be focusing more on the game, but I'm having fun talking to everyone today. Set as target. 9 days until we reach it. You just can't sit and write code all day? I can't either unless I'm on my ADHD medication. I physically can't stay focused on it. Let's slow down. I believe my periapps is where I want this maneuver to be, but we will see. Need to increase my apoapps until we have a form of encounter, like so. We are still quite a distance away, but that's alright. We can bring that in by rotating this around. 7,000,000, 4, 2, 1... I was still quite a ways off, but that's okay. Hey, we have a periapps. That's what I want. How high? Ooh, 37 million. That's a little sketchy. Can I bring that down at all? Doing a periapps, 37 million. Does it want me to anti-normal normal, or... No, it does not necessarily. We're still on the same orbit plane, it looks like. So want me to adjust it in, maybe? Ah, there we go, 8 million. That's much better without adding extra fuel. What is the 835? Not bad. We'll take it. You looked into NetBeans once or twice, but I don't know if you should switch to it because your teacher uses Eclipse and you actually have to use Visual Studio C++ to make your game work. Yeah, if you're going to be working in C++, well, NetBeans does C++ as well, so that's up to you. I hated Eclipse in comparison to NetBeans, and then the one I used before that was... Oh, crap. It was a really shitty IDE. I can't remember what it was called. It's probably good that I can't remember what it's called, because I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. We are 172 days away. I'm going to accelerate time a little bit. What I could suggest for you, Fun Bun, and something that you might actually find really enjoyable, codingbat.com, and I will try to link that if possible. Codingbat.com. Let me make sure this is AX to make sure it's the right website. Control V. Is this it? It is indeed. Here you go. That is one of the best websites to learn Java and whatever the hell. I think Python is on it. It is amazing. It turns it into little games where you can learn pretty much everything that you'll learn from computer science in high school 1 through even up to 3 if you have it. Computer science 2 AP was the highest you could go in my school, but it'll get all the way up to multidimensional arrays and further. It is great. It turns it into a fun little game. Let's take off RCS. Let's increase time, get 135 days ahead of where we are right now, and then try to do our maneuver. You gotta love how these struts magically prevented that wiggle. Physics-wise, makes no fucking sense. It should not have changed the wiggle. It really shouldn't have. Because if it was due to too much thrust in the back and too much weight in the front, it would still try to wrap around and curve. So, nope. I'll take it that it does it. I knew immediately that Kerbal... Oh, fuck, I missed the node. I knew immediately that Kerbal was fucking with me. I can't believe I just did that. Oh, well, let's see here. I think I can fix this. I'm gonna try my best. Add maneuver, increase, like so. There we go. Where is the closest approach? 400, and that's 400 million. That's no bueno. Bring it back down, like so, and I can fix it. That's what I was hoping for. Not great, but I can fix it. How high is that encounter? 20 million? Can I bring it down at all? I can with just the barest... Oh, nope. Bring that back. 19 million. 18. Ooh, it is so sensitive. 18 is about my lowest. What is my fuel? Alright, I'm just going to do that. We have enough fuel. It's fine. And I can't miss it this time around, so... In settings, all the way down, turn on advanced tweakables, and then right-click on rocket while building and click rigid attachment. No, I'm good. I'm not going to try to go into that types of advanced tweakables, because I would just end up fucking things up, but I thank you for it. Somehow it fixed it. The struts did fix the wiggle. I don't know how. It shouldn't have, but it did. Theoretically, if it was enough to warp that amount of weight, then it should snap these struts, but alright, I'll take it. Kerbal makes no sense, but at least by not making sense, it makes sense. We are a very long distance from this node. Your teacher uses a site called Zybooks, which is similar to what sounds like you're saying. You hate Python? I've never programmed in it. I believe I tried looking at it once, but I just never cared. It was just another one of those scripting languages I never cared about. There's way too many scripting languages to try to learn them. Unless it's a very specific reason that you need to learn a scripting language, don't. See you later! Appreciate you dropping by the stream, and I'm sorry we've had so much random computer topics today. Increase time again. This time, for the love of Jesus, do not let me miss this. I do not want to reset. 2 days. Man, that was weird. It smelled like something that was burning. Someone must have a campfire going again. If I get another whiff of burning, I'm going to go check my servers. To make sure a power supply is not blowing up again. Gonna take a swig of soda. Be right back. Ah, nice. Refreshing Dr. Pepper. 4 hours. We're coming in pretty hot, but that's okay. 2... Just let it slow itself down. 1. 50 seconds. Cool, I can take that. Sorry, for a moment I'm just gonna ignore chat because I've been talking about computer stuff too much, and I need to make sure I don't miss this node. I will check chat in just a minute, I swear, but not right now. I just saw a new message pop up and I can't look at it. I cannot do it. 20 minutes. I keep smelling burning stuff, and it's freaking me out. 13... 5, 4, 3... And before I hit that, since we have 2 minutes, I'm gonna go check my servers. Be right back. They're all fine. I'm pretty sure it's just my neighbor burning something. Either a giant bonfire outside or somebody has a really crappy log in their fireplace. So how do you start with programming? What are some basic cool stuff you can make? Nothing. If you're trying to make cool stuff right at the beginning, nothing. No offense, but it's literally impossible. If you just set like a goal like that, you're not gonna reach it. It's too hard. I would suggest starting with like Coding Bat, for instance, that website I just put up not that long ago. Hello World, yeah, Hello World is as basic as it gets, but that's definitely not a cool stuff, or qualify as cool stuff. I would suggest if you really want to get into it, look at Coding Bat, because it turns it into a game-like setup. Past that, I mean, you do you. Programming is by setting your own goals, or having somebody else set them if you're employed, and reaching them. It's kind of like jumping into Minecraft and being like, so what do I do? It's like, what do you want to do? Almost there, and we can start our burn. And take off RCS. Cool. Let's try to get this burn to actually work. I'm glad we have so much fuel. Because if I fuck this up, which I did pretty badly, but if I fuck this up terribly, we have enough fuel to come in for a reasonable orbit. 500 meters per second. In fact, we might have enough fuel in this thing to get us there, which is pretty damn cool. Yeah, I thought you were going through multiple languages there. The second one caught me off guard. The me.label1.text. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, why are you using a label in Hello World? And what? All these other... Because Hello World, obviously, in Java is just system.out.println, open bracket, quote, Hello World, end quote, close bracket, semicolon. Like, that's it. I mean, if you want to say the entire program, then you'd have to have a couple more brackets in there. But, yeah, generally speaking, it's not hard. That's why I really didn't like my computer science teacher, because it took her over a fucking week to explain that to the kids in my class. Even worse is that some of the kids in my class still didn't get it after the week was over. It's like, why are you in a computer science class? Why are you even in school? You should have some mental help. Like, oh goodness. Even if you don't, I guess the teacher must have been confusing them at that point, because there's literally no reason you can't understand Hello World. It's the simplest it could get. Yeah, and I recognize the C++ one. I just noticed very weird that it went from Java to Visual Studio to C++. Seems like it's not too shabby. We do still have this periapse. It's a really high periapse, but it's good enough. We've been in space for a year and 425 days. How the fuck does that make sense? Is there 425 days in a Kerbal year? What? Okay, I think Kerbal's just messing with me again. Not sure how that just happened. I just looked up at our time, our T+, and it said 1 year, like 450 some odd days, or 425 days. That doesn't make much sense. Duna, probably want to start slowing down if I'm being honest. Alright. Now, is there a way for me to fiddle this? You know me, I love my fiddling. Is there a way for me to retrograde fiddle this into a better orbit? We don't need to be 25 million meters up. Will this ship figure out its own way? How much monopropellant do I have? Enough. Please go to retrograde. I do not like this craft. Nothing against you, Wind Gaming. I should not have named this craft after you. This craft is not a great one. For some reason, it has so many weird physics glitches, and I don't get it. I think it's just Kerbal being Kerbal. Alright, can I just do a little bit of maybe monopropellant burn? Does that bring it down? It does. Alright. Nope, I need to go into prograde. Awesome. Prograde. I'm so far away from that right now. This ship. This ship. I mean, it makes sense for how long it takes to turn the damn thing around, for how much weight it has. It's just... I'm a little salty. I don't like this ship very much. It seems overly complicated and overly expensive for something that's not necessarily going to work the way I want it to. You just went to coding bat? Well, damn, you have no idea what we were seeing here? You don't know, man? It's just like, it looks interesting, but you got a full-time job? Oh. Yeah. Finance, or a fiance, and a YouTube channel, not enough time. I get you there, man. Coding itself, I mean, unless you have a passion for it, honestly, it's not something to pursue. It's, like, unless you have an absolute goal, like, you want to make some specific thing, or... which isn't a good idea if you haven't ever programmed before, but it's at least a motivation. If you have a specific goal and you are motivated enough to do it, then programming is a great option, because you can make a lot of money doing it. But past that, it is a boring as fuck job, and a lot of people don't like it. I'm just putting the barest amount of fuel into this. maybe bring it up a little bit. I just want to make sure I don't start to throw that too high. I have a feeling we're going to get, if I retrograde or prograde burn enough, we're going to get within a certain level of periaps, and then it's going to start to rise again, and I need to make sure I notice that rise. Nope, there it is. I knew it. Cool, so let's now accelerate time a bit, and that's when we need to retrograde whenever we start getting closer to Duna, I believe. We will see. I should have turned off RCS because it is going to waste all of my monopropellant. Accelerate time just a hair. 8 days until we get there. But codingbat.com is really just a, if you're already motivated, and for instance, you can do Hello World, which takes maybe 15 minutes of figuring out how to code. If that, it's really, if you're going in depth about it, should take 15 minutes. Certainly not a week like it took my high school class. If you know how to do a Hello World application, then you can pretty much start on CodingBat. All you need to know is how to look up programming. For instance, Java has a great, I can't even remember what it's called now. God damn, it's been so long. It has a great repository of information where it explains how every single piece of code in Java works. Stop burning my monopropellant. You are going to waste all of that before I get to the freaking place. Little bit of fuel. Cool, it is bringing my periaps down. That's what I want. And stop, because it's starting to bring it back up. I mean, now I'm even tipping on phone because my keyboard is too loud, so my... Oh, typing on phone because my keyboard is too loud, so my girl would not be able to sleep. Wow. Well, at least you're courteous. I give you that. Why are we... What? I do not like this ship. I do not like this ship. It pisses me off so bad. What are you doing? I don't want to enable RCS again. I really don't. You waste all of my fucking monopropellant. Kick me back in the opposite fucking direction. Thank you. I don't know what is with this ship. It is so fucking weird physics-wise. I've had much larger ships, and none of them act like this. I don't understand it. As long as we can get it to Duna, I'm not going to rage quit, but Jesus! Alright, accelerate time. That should stop us from turning, at least. Now let's accelerate to the point where we'll come in for our actual encounter. Try to get about halfway to our encounter. Bam! There we go. Now, periaps is at 18 million. Should I try to bring that in, or should I just go to it? How much fuel do we have? We still have a lot of fuel. We have over 5,000 fuel, so I think what I'll do is accelerate until we're at our periaps. Duna is tiny in comparison to us right now. Accelerate till we're at our periaps, and then I will decelerate with all of our might and see if we can somehow get this thing to work. Yeah, Fun Bun. Who says chivalry is dead? Very true. Wind Gaming proves it. Her job starts at 6 a.m. and now it's 1:45 a.m., so she needs to rest. Damn, dude. You love her. What can you say? That's awesome, man. That's legit. You are a person to be held on a pedestal right there. An example of others. For others, sorry. I'm paying attention to our periaps so I don't miss it. This is rather important. I don't want to fuck up this part, because if I do, it could be a long time until I get back here. 31 minutes. I'll just wait, because it's only 20 seconds. Gonna take a swig of soda. Cool. 10 seconds. Programming is what you're best at? That's cool. I read the whole comment. Just generally speaking, I got to that far. Yeah, programming, if you click with it, it's fucking amazing. And I definitely clicked with it. I loved programming. please, get this ship pointed where it's supposed to be pointed. You damn stupid ship. I do not know why it is such a finicky bastard. Alright, now let's use almost all of our fuel. What? Why is the periaps... Why is the periaps rising when I'm pointed Or... What the fuck is going on? My speed's slowing down, but somehow my... That doesn't make sense at all. Maybe it was going down, and I wasn't paying attention. I hope that was going down. Let me detach and stay the hell... Fucking weird. RCS, try to get this thing to stay stable, because it's doing some weird stuff again. This rocket, I swear, maybe I just did something backwards. No, it brought it down. I don't understand how the fuck that just happened. This rocket is fucking strange. It does some weird things. Sorry, I'm paying very close attention to this because I'm waiting for it to just spontaneously do something stupid. This craft has been strange, to say the least. I don't understand why it keeps fiddling with, like, the physics are so bad on this craft. Is it slowing me? Let me activate the engine. That would always help. Activate engine. Am I actually slowing down? Yes. Is my periaps coming down? It is. What the hell just happened? Hello, it's Toka. Very, very strange. You do quick save every time before time warping or docking and stuff like that? Just, Yeah, I need to definitely start quick saving more. I need to turn it into a habit. How far away is my periaps? 30 seconds. We're not going to be able to slow down fast enough, but that's okay. I need to be watching our fuel level, rather. Oh, yeah, we have plenty. We should have more than enough fuel to bring that periaps in. Now, just to watch that blue line turn into a... YouTube didn't notify you? I noticed today YouTube didn't send out notifications for the stream for some reason. Everyone was kind of late. It was very strange. I don't even think I got one. I didn't. I still have yet to get my own notification for the stream. YouTube just doesn't like me. In fact, I started noticing this recently. All of my recent streams, the ones that are producing income because people are actually watching the streams, are getting flagged as inappropriate. And then the moment people stop watching them, they become profitable again. It's like YouTube is demonetizing all my videos while they're making money until they stop making money and then they monetize them. Very strange. I'm going to start screenshotting this shit because it's something that I don't think should be happening. We still have quite a bit of deceleration to go. I should have started burning beforehand, but it's okay. Getting the disco line again. Is it gonna move? Barely. Goodness. Alrighty. How much fuel do we still... We still have plenty, and this hasn't even been touched yet. We still have plenty of monoprint. Alright, we'll just keep going. Maybe we can do this. This is a weird ship. For you, tweets are at least 4 hours late, if not even more. That's crazy. Though I don't necessarily tweet out. I probably should. Considering I have a Twitter for this YouTube channel, I just don't use it that much. Funny enough, I use that Twitter more for contacting Rooster Teeth than anything else so that I can communicate during their live streams. Not necessarily to talk to anyone in Rooster Teeth. The only people I've ever successfully talked to was, I think Barbara liked a couple of my posts or something like that, and then Nick, the broadcast guy. Cool dude. Bring down our periaps, because that's going to be what I need. At least we're now in orbit. I'll take it. Now, How does it want us to do this to get Ike set as target? This is gonna get funky. I guess theoretically I could just... I can't zoom out that far. I could just do something like so. And try to match my periaps with Ike. It's at 2.7 million. Maybe I can match up a periaps and then come in for an encounter, but I don't know if I have enough fuel for that. Read the one before your last one. I will in a second, Fun Bun. I apologize. I'm trying not to read the chat for the moment because I am going to fuck this up. I've already fucked it up quite a few times during the stream, and I'm trying not to even worse. 3 million. 2 million. It'd be cool if I get an encounter immediately, but I know I'm not. That'd be too useful. 1.4 million. We're just so... It's such a odd orbit. We're exactly 90 degrees with the orbit that I need. How should I do this then? Let me try to manually add a maneuver, and I'll fiddle around with it until I try to get an encounter, and then try to make that encounter actually do something useful. Bring my fuel in. Wow, it doesn't take a lot of fuel to make that thing go crazy. Hey, there's an encounter. That's what I wanted. I knew if I fiddled with it just a little bit, I would start to get an encounter. Closest approach, 2.2 million? Yes. Let's see. That brings it down right there, and then probably more of this, like so. This is gonna get funky. Nope, other way. 1.5 million. Maybe I can bring it in. Nah, a little bit. 13. I can't see shit because of where it's placed. I think it's at 1200 now. 1100. 1049. Can I adjust it? Separation. Weird. It does not like me right now. Oh, I have a periaps. I didn't even realize. Ike periaps. 736. Sure, I'll take it. That's only a 38 meters per second burn. That is easy to do. I will take it. Read the one before your last one. Apparently I missed quite a bit. Oh, that you're starting to stream at 9? And Gnarl said he was good to stream. Cool. No, I think it's 8 my time. I'm pretty sure it's 8 my time, because you stopped streaming last night at 11, and it was only 10 for me. We're going to be about 2 days out from our maneuver, so I need to increase that speed a bit. As we slowly drift around the planet. 5 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours. Obviously, I'm not going to wait 2 hours, but... bring that down to a reasonable level. 1 hour. Less than 1 hour. And about 50 seconds. Once again, I'm going to take a swig of soda. Just like you do. You made a Twitter account for your channel and you don't know how to use it. Well, I know how to use it. I just never do it. You tried to tweet somebody but failed? Yeah, see, I can tweet all, like, to Rooster Teeth and everyone else. There's 20 seconds to go. I can do that just fine. I don't. I've never liked social media. I don't use it. Which is kind of funny, considering now I'm streaming, which is like the ultimate form of social media. Try to angle over to where we want. Oh shit, I shouldn't be using RCS. How much do we have left? I need that for actual maneuvers. Alright, we have 458. As long as I still have some. All good, and it looks like we actually have maneuver control, which is nice. 1 minute until we're at our node. Oh, please. Can you not? I do not like how this ship just tends to go on its own. It is so frustrating. There is absolutely no fucking control of this ship. It starts drifting in a direction and it just doesn't stop. I wonder, do I have a reaction wheel turned off or something? Or do I not have reaction wheels maybe? I don't understand why this thing is such a pain in the ass to control, and it has been infuriating me pretty much this whole stream. About 30 seconds ago, I should be able to do this maneuver without an issue. It's just so infuriating. This ship does not work like normal ships, and I don't know why. Somehow I broke physics with this ship. You'll probably stream Kerbal Space Program in the morning? Nice. Go for it, man. About 3 seconds till we're there, increase that. Theoretically, we are at our maneuver node. Please stop. Nope, can't control it. Just gonna let it flip it. Time acceleration can stop it. I really don't like this craft. It acts so strange, and I just don't know why. Increase time, because I'm gonna have to come in for a periaps with Ike. Now, the maneuver for us to actually get an encounter is gonna be interesting, to say the least. Because I doubt I'm going to line up even close to the orbit that I need. Is this going to slow down my time or not? Yeah, I'm not even close to the same orbit as what I need, but that's okay. Slow it on down. I don't know why I have 2 Ike periaps. It's probably because the maneuver is still there. Yup. Let's see if I can adjust that at all. Looks like my encounter starts there, so I'll wait until my encounter hits. Everything that has something to do with you has a lot of bugs. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily true. I just know that this craft is the first one that has broken physics for me. It is doing weird shit. Actually, that's not too bad. We can make that work. Let me see if I can maneuver this down at all. Can I adjust this? It takes a lot of fuel to adjust it. I don't think I want to. Yeah, let's not do that. Let me just go to the periaps, bring it into an orbit, and then we'll adjust it from the orbit. It's gonna be a funky rendezvous, but it might be possible. Also, your microphone setting was off. You actually had it on omnidirectional, and that's why it was still quiet and picked up your mom and sister's voice better than you. That's why I was almost going to mention it last night. I was like, by any chance, do you have your microphone turned the wrong way? Because mine, you have to have the logo facing you or facing directly away from you, because it is only in 2 directions can you get good condenser mic. And I was wondering, because that car that went by last night on your stream, I swear, it was like a car driving right past my house, and you looked up at the same time, and then Dare confirmed that it was from your stream, so it was weird. If your microphone's that sensitive, I assume something was off, because I could barely hear you, unless I turned it way up. 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 4, 3, 2, 1... Shouldn't take a lot of speed to decelerate here. Let's go to retrograde. Oh, of course it doesn't want to do it. This ship does not have any form of fucking control. I swear. SAS does not allow it to move, and I don't understand why. It's got to be a weight thing. It's got to be a weight distribution thing. I just don't understand it yet. And it's driving me fucking nuts. How much fuel do I have? Probably not enough to finish this burn, if I'm being honest. No, we don't. Crap. I didn't want to do that. But it's okay. Speed coming down. That's literally the reason I had all that extra fuel. I just didn't want to waste it all. 300 meters per second. Jesus, there's still so much speed. How much fuel do we have? Still over 3,000. So theoretically, if I can still rendezvous without wasting over like 2,500 fuel, we can easily get this thing down for a landing. Please circularize. I don't understand why this is taking so long. We must need like 50 meters per second or something, because that line, now it's starting to go. I was watching that blue line, waiting for it to actually start moving, and it just wasn't moving. I guess it's going to be around 50 meters per second of... We're going in the wrong fucking direction. Son of a bitch. Oh, this is going to be fun. How fast are you on? 185. I'm going to have to figure this out. We can't waste that much fuel to flip this orbit 100%. Actually, we probably could. I just don't want to. This is going to be interesting. I didn't realize we were going backwards. Alright, let me try to... Damn, this is going to cause a problem. Let me try to bring this in. Right now we have virtually no speed. If I can slow it down to almost nothing, let me circularize it a little bit more so that I can adjust the periaps and apoaps. Oh, this is going to be a pain. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. I didn't realize we were going the exact opposite direction that we needed to until I noticed the highlighted line. That's no bueno. I hit it at the exact opposite side that I was supposed to. Let me go down to either the apoaps or periaps. I just need to be relatively in line with that plane. A little bit more. Just a little bit more. This is going to be an interesting rendezvous. Huh. Let's go 100% retrograde. This is what I'm talking about. Look, the ship's not moving. SAS is enabled, and it's supposed to be pointing towards retrograde. It just won't. And I bet it's maxed. Yeah, the yaw and pitch are maxed out. I don't get why this craft breaks physics. I don't get it. It's like it just breaks the reaction wheel. Add maneuver. See if I can bring this down. Kind of. That looks like it's going to increase my speed. That's not what I wanted. Let me retrograde that. Turn it into an orbit, maybe. There we go. Gonna have to bring that back up a little. This does not like what I'm doing. Never mind. Alright, let's just slow us down to pretty much 0. And then try to follow theirs. This is gonna be the worst way I could possibly do this, so I'm gonna quick save right now. Quick saving, because I'm probably gonna fuck it up the first time I attempt it. Let's try to retrograde to pretty much 0, and then try to match their orbit if that works. Though I have a feeling it's not going to. Still not moving, as you can tell. It's still maxed out, and this ship just refuses to move. And... just... ugh. Frustrating. Frustrating. I don't know why this ship breaks physics. It makes no sense to me. It's gotta be something I did. I must have fucked up something. It must be like the OK Tutu, whatever. I know that's the wrong name, but the reaction thing must not have a reaction wheel. Something is weird with this craft. I can tell. It's been frustrating me the entire stream. Now slowly bring that down to nothing. $30, and actually it looks pretty damn good right there. Now, let's see if I can figure this out. Probably not. This is why I quick saved, because I'm going to have to do it entirely on my own. It wants me to go in an east-west, right? So I'd want to burn... I honestly don't know which way I have to burn. I'm not able to think through this. You would think, being sober, I'd be able to think through this, but I still have no reaction wheel. God damn it. Use RCS, I guess. So infuriating. So fucking infuriating. I need to be pointing towards... gonna use visuals to make this easier on me. That's Duna. Where's Ike? Should be below us. There it is. I need to be pointing almost like that. Yes. 270, which is west. Let me make sure this is doing exactly what I want it to do with my orbit. No, it is not, and I can't control it because the nav ball went away. Lovely. So I want to go the exact... let me... Hold on. I take it back. That is what I want to be doing. Should I go more north now? Let me see. North would be towards 315. I still have no fucking control. This craft. Never again will I try this. This craft is such a pain in the ass to control. Try to bring that line back up. What is my altitude? Pretty high, actually. I just want to keep following this, I believe. There we go. Now I need to go prograde. Possibly. Rip. Wait, rip on what? Rip on the trajectories? I still have plenty of fuel. I should be able to do this. Should. I failed pretty epically, and the ship is driving me nuts. No joke, this ship may make me into this stream before I get the goal accomplished, because I hate this bullshit. I don't understand why the fuck it is so hard to make this thing work. Still don't have a periapse. There it is. This ship does not fucking work. Ugh. Maybe I should reload, because there's no way I can get this orbit in correctly. Theoretically, if I switch to here, and I try to match up my orbits with the fuel I have on this craft, I should be able to still mess around with it, but I don't think this is going to work. I think I'm just going to fuck this up terribly. Let me try. You, set as target. Not that it fucking matters. Intersect, 229, or 629 kilometers. Add maneuver. Can I bring this up? No, that's not what I want it to do. Okay, cool. Let me redo that. That was the circularization. Bring that back down so that I don't waste fuel. Bring it up. Anti-normal. Thank you. Now, 400. Is there any way I can adjust this in? I can. 400. Still pretty high. 250. That's a lot better than it was. 270. Why are you acting funky? It does not like me very much. Let's see if I can fiddle around with this. Oh, that's not what I meant to do, but alright. I guess it worked. Weird. 320, 200, 150. That's not too bad. 130. I'm trying to turn these into actual reasonable orbits, but I doubt it's going to work. 124, 121. Looks like 121 was my closest. Yeah, this is just wasting an insane amount of fuel. Yeah, you told me you were one buggy guy. No, it's... Yeah, buggy is the correct word. There's an extra G in there. Well, I mean, technically it's B-U-G-G-I-E, but fuck it. I'm not a spell check person. I suck at spelling. 123, 122, 121. Looks like 121 is the lowest. Is there any way to bring that in? Look like 119. 121, 119, 118, 116, 14. 94, 91, 89. Yeah, there's just no way in hell I'm going to get this ship to work the way I want it to. 85, 84, 83. I mean, theoretically, I'm getting it closer and closer, but it's going to be so far off. It's like, this is a redonkulous way of trying to get this to work. Normally, I would almost land the ship and then try to take off, because that's less fuel than trying to do, like, 5 freaking maneuver changes. Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be really bad. Looks like it's too far below and out. Let's just keep fiddling with it. Worst case scenario, I'll see how much fuel it's gonna take for me to get this even close. 78, I can't adjust it more, right? No, 76 is about the lowest. 72, 70, 60. And then just keep whittling it in. I'm gonna go zoom in right past this relative speed, 100 meters per second. I don't like this. Let's just do it. Let me do this one first. Let me run all the way around to that maneuver. We'll do this maneuver first with like monopropellant or fuel or something. Try to catch up with the ship. 3 hours. 2 hours. Rename it and everything should work great. I doubt that. I think this ship is just fucked. Something, how I build it, or something about this ship is seriously fucked up. It does not work correctly. 45 minutes. Like, the SAS just literally doesn't do anything. The RCS gets wasted way too fast. I don't understand this ship. It is doing some funky ass crap. The wiggle that magically went away when I added struts, even though physically that shouldn't have fixed it, or the strut should have broke if that was the fix of it. It just keeps getting weirder and weirder the longer I try to go on with this stream, and I have a feeling rather than finishing the goal that I set out, I'm probably just going to end up straight up rage quitting by the end of it. But that's okay, because tomorrow I should have weed, or at least I really fucking hope so, because I have to deal with attorneys tomorrow, and I have to mow my neighbor's lawn, and a bunch of other shit, so I would really like to have weed again. 4, 3, 2, slow that on down. Technically, we have plenty of time. Hey, look! You know, this 60-ton craft has plenty of control. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I don't understand how that small little fuel tank has broken physics. Like, all I'm using right now is my reaction control wheel. I'm not using any form of RCS or, like, I'm just using electric power to maneuver this thing. Yet somehow, the craft that weighs like a fifth the weight of this can't do that. And I don't understand. It's very, very strange. This craft has broken the game. 1 minute, and it's about to break me. By any chance, how much monopropellant do we have? A little bit. By any chance, can I do this with monopropellant? I should have started a lot earlier if I was. Like so, let me just take off monopropellant, there's no point. Please work. I'm gonna have to do a couple maneuvers, but I'm gonna try. I'm still not giving up on this yet, but I can tell you right now I want to. Alright, let's see. Can I bring that intersect in anymore once I hit my periapse? I believe that was where I need to do this maneuver. 34, 33, 31. Looks indeed like it. 28, 29. That's not at all what I wanted to do. Let's bring that back down to 28 or 29 that it was at. 28. Retrograde, prograde? Yeah, that works a little bit. Separation down. Let's bring it to... Goodness gracious, it does not like me. 128, 120, or 22. I guess I'll leave it right there. Can I bring it in any more? I really want to bring it in as close as physically possible with every single maneuver. 9 kilometers, 7 kilometers, 6.3 kilometers, 5.8. Okay, 5.8 looks like it's about my closest, and then about halfway there I'll do another one. Slowly but surely we are getting this thing in. How much fuel is that? Not that much at all. I'll take it. Can I bring this thing in at all? 5.5. No, that looks like it's about it. Can I... any more? I'd like to bring it down to 4 or 3 if I could. There's 4. Bam! 3. And I'll leave it there. We will work with that. You are in person like I am usually. When you get money, no one has weed when you spend money on stuff. Yep. Well, I actually have weed, or I have money for weed, but no one, once again, no one has it. He's out of state. It's just an odd timing this month. I must have hit him up at a really weird time. He goes out of state occasionally to buy and sell. He gets a lot better stuff out of state than he does in Texas. So that means he's going to come back with some amazing weed, but yeah. Oops. My maneuver is still an hour away, so I do not need to maneuver just yet. I apologize, everyone, for this being such a slow and uneventful stream. Almost 2 hours, and we have yet to actually accomplish something. I'm trying my best. This is the first time I've ever tried a refueling on a different planet. That, and I kind of messed up the first, like, 30 minutes of the stream, but that's cool. An hour. I'm going to accelerate time a lot more than that. 40 seconds or so. Going to take a swig of soda. But yeah, normally I'm not like that. Thankfully. Usually I hit him up before I run out of weed, and he's like, hell yeah, I'll be down there tomorrow or something. This time he's like, well, I won't be back for a week. It's kind of screwed me over, and I just almost missed my node. That was close. I thought that was already positive. I was like, son of a bitch, I missed it. 3 minutes, 2 minutes. It's not going to take long to actually do this maneuver. In fact, if I stop at a minute, we can probably do it with monopropellant, so I don't have to waste more fuel. We don't have a lot of fuel left in this craft, and I would like to use it for slowing down if we are going to come in at a ridiculous speed. RCS. Is weed legal here? No, it is not. Am I using it for medicinal purposes? Not really. It helps me sleep and it gets rid of my stress, and I'm not an asshole all the time, but other than that, no. And I definitely don't have a prescription or card or whatever the fuck it is for it. It is 100% illegal in Texas. I think they're just now starting to phase in trials for, or not trials, the ability for prescription on CBD oil and some other stuff, but it's, yeah, Texas is one of the slowest states to be doing this crap. Unfortunately. 7.6. Oh yeah, we'll be able to do this entire maneuver just with monopropellant, which is awesome. I don't know how much liquid fuel we actually have left. Let me check. Only 50. That's not great, but it might bring us down a little bit. I just don't want to be coming in at a speed of over 100 meters per second, because it is going to be sketchy to slow down. 3.2. In fact, I'm going to have to fiddle back and forth quite a bit to make this work. 2 meters per second. We're almost there. Still have 15 seconds until we're at our maneuver node, so we should easily be able to do this. 1.4, 1.3, 1.2, 1.1. All bueno. Chase it on up. And we are pretty much there. 0.01. Take that and take off RCS so you stop wasting it. Where to next? Cool, that immediately messed it up again. That is not what I wanted to have happen, but alright. Let's see if I can adjust this. It says my second encounter is going to be where I wanted it to be. So that's probably going to change to my first encounter in a moment. 3.2, 1.6. Let me bring that back down. 1.6 seems to be reasonable. 0.5. Is there any way to bring this... It is not liking me. Yeah, this is going to be some funky-ass maneuvering. X. 3.4 kilometers is not far out. Add maneuver. If I could bring it, 1.6 is nice. If I could bring it in from there, 1.5, 1.4, 0.6. That's close enough for me. We're going to be speeding past them at nearly 100 meters per second, so I'm going to need to use almost all of my fuel to try to catch up with this, but it's alright. Let's just stick with that one, and we'll go for target intersect 2. It should probably be targeting our target. And it's only 0.7 meters per second of a burn. That's interesting. Theoretically, I'll be able to use both our monopropellant to slow down and our fuel, but I don't think we have enough. I'm going to have to waste all of the fuel on this thing, then quickly switch over to the other craft as we come flying in towards it and try to rendezvous. I am not going to wait 37 minutes for this maneuver. 35, 34. Jesus, we've been in space for 6 years. I'll read your comment in just a second, man. I didn't miss it. I just am trying not to miss the node. Give me just a brief moment. 10, 9, almost there. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, slowing down a little bit, 2, and we don't really need to worry about overshooting this one, if I'm being honest. It's only 0.7 meters per second of acceleration, so we don't need much time to do that. RCS and monopropellant galore. Oh, it's such a pain. It does not like staying still. There we go. Let's see. Does that do what I want it to do? Seems like it. This is where we're going to have a crash course, because I'm probably going to come whizzing right by this thing. 0.7 kilometers. That's close enough. Theoretically, I should be able to bring this into a reasonable orbit, or a reasonable rendezvous without an issue. Just like here in Croatia, my country is really beautiful, but it sucks to live here. Finances are bad. That's happening a lot around the world right now, unfortunately. Even in the United States, it's really easy at my age to be just on the poverty line, because it's to give you an example, it's gonna sound like I make a lot of money, but I really don't. I make about $2,000 a month from Bitcoin. Sometimes I make more than that. I can make up to $3,500 a month, but that's rare. That's if I have really good luck. And my electric bill cost me, I just got it, it's actually a lot lower than it's supposed to be, $609. And then I had to spend $700 in other bills, my water, my insurances, because I have a lot of those, my internet, and all of that crap. So I feel ya. Quick save? I don't know if I should, honestly. I really don't know if I should, because if I quick save now, it's going to leave me with a really shitty place to reload. Not to mention my quick save that I used earlier, because we switched crafts, already is worthless. Let me accelerate time again. I just need to get closer. But yeah, I'll try maybe quick save once we get up in here. I don't know if I should, but I'll just do it for you. Yeah, normally I wouldn't, because I'm probably just going to crash these things together, if I'm being honest. 0.7. I'm going so much faster than he is. Hey, I can actually already see you. Cool. And you are coming in pretty quick. That's what I want. Now, apparently my prograde is pointed directly at the target, which is nice. Can I start using RCS as we come in for this? It's like 25 minutes away from us, but I wonder if I can start using RCS to... How much monopropellant do we still have? Barely any, and they are actively wasting it. Good job. Oh, this is gonna be sketchy. I guess I want to just start burning away from them. Just to slow us down. because we can always increase it later. I'm just going to waste all of my monopropellant until we run out of it. Speaking of which, I can't even see if we have it. Let's go into prograde so I don't have to worry about it. And just waste all the monopropellant. We have about 50, which isn't much, but that'll slow us down maybe 10 meters per second. Oh yeah, I forgot to quick save. I'll do that right after I waste all my monopropellant. Just for you, Wind Gaming. 40 more monopropellant. Yeah, we're probably going to get about 10 meters per second of slowdown, which is alright. What is it doing to our encounter? 1 kilometer. That's not what I want to see. Is it because how far away we are? Let me see. Can I... If I'm above it, can I bring it in more, or... 1 kilometer. I don't like the fact that it's back at 1 kilometer. Nope, and it does not like me. Okay, so... Ah, shit. How does it want me to do this, then? Maybe I should try to match with the other craft? Like, match the speed? I have enough fuel and monopropellant. Theoretically, I should be able to. Let's, switch over. There's no nearby object. Of course there's not. Let me grab onto you. If I would have quick saved just by switching targets, it would have immediately erased that quick save. So I guess I can't do it for you, Wind Gaming. Because all it's going to do is keep erasing it as I switch between crafts to try to make this work. You are my target. Thank you. You're about 1.1 kilometers away. Now, I believe you are ahead of me. Right? No, hold on. What am I? I am that one. Okay, so you are behind me. I need to slow down? No, I need to speed up. Shit. Interesting. Nope, that's bringing it up. That's bringing my speed down, but what about my separation? Is it bringing it up or down? My periap's coming up? It is. What about my separation? I need that to start coming down again. It's at 1.1, which is kind of sketchy. How far away are you? You are still 70,000 meters away. I honestly can't tell if it's making it better or worse. What does it want me to do? It looks like we are... Oh, we're still at quite an angle. I didn't realize that. So I probably want to go more up. Well, the worst moment was when you bought a used car for $5,000 and second day clutch broke. Dude, that sucks. I don't blame you, man. That would fucking suck. Like, that's immediate. The car just no longer works. And the delay sucks. Yeah, I know it does. But man, I am sorry. I've been there before, and that is not fun. Our separation still isn't come down, which is scaring the absolute shit out of me, if I'm being honest. I want that separation to come down. Let me do physical acceleration. Let's see what's actually happening here. Separation is almost perfectly stable, which is weird. Huh. We are slowing down. Let me decelerate. How much monopropellant do I have? I still have plenty. Let me bring this in, and then we'll try to manually fix this. Add maneuver. Is it up? It wants me to go up. 0.9, 0.8, 0.7. I think that's about it for the bringing it in. 0.6. Oh, never mind. 0.5. That's what I want again. Thank you very much. Now let me put this in the position that I need it to be. About 13 seconds away. which gives us plenty of time to do it with monopropellant. Sweet. Bring that separation down. And it already is like, hey, you passed it, so delete it. It's like, no, fuck you. We were almost doing the maneuver. It is fine. Point 1, and we're pretty much golden. Now let me go to prograde. Now I need a lot of speed, if I'm being honest. I don't know how much time until we get there. 7 minutes? If I use all of my monopropellant... Well, actually, how much monopropellant do I still have? Shit, I have 300. I really don't want to waste that until I get it docked. Speed is going up there, so maybe go to retrograde if it'll let me. Nope, the ship has absolutely no fucking SAS, and I do not understand why. Oh, now I get it. There's no command pod. I guess the actual OK-Tutu doesn't... I always sound stupid saying that. The remote control system doesn't have a reaction control wheel. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be why this thing's been fucking up so bad. It is so infuriating. That's gotta be it. Stone, just to say that you love your streams? Well, thank you. I try my absolute best. Not that great at it, but I do try my best. 4 minutes. And you've been on the... kind of the mad streams. I'm glad you're having fun watching them, though. I've had quite a few rage-inducing moments in the past week of streams because I haven't had any weed. Soon I will have weed again, and I'll be back to a normal person, but until then, who knows? I could try to bring that separation in at 0.4. I can do that later once I turn back on RCS. I don't know how much fuel we have, and I don't want to be wasting this. 0.4. That should bring it down to like 0.3. No, it doesn't. That's cool. Awesome. Periaps. Yeah, my periaps is going up. Wait. What? How? I'm retrograde burning. How is my... I'm so Oh, it's because I'm... Maybe it's because I'm ahead of my apoapse? What the fuck? I am lost, but that's okay. I need to go in a little bit closer. We're still way too far away. And now I hope to God I can get this thing to work. Shit. $38, $39. I don't know if I should be retrograde. Oh, I need to go below this retrograde to bring it in. This is now a normal rendezvous. 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, 100 meters. This is now officially a rendezvous. Let's try to do it. This is going to be interesting, to say the least. And the thing still has... that's gotta be it. It's that it doesn't have a command pod. That's gotta be it. At least I finally figured out what the hell's been causing all the physics problems. I was so confused. Once again, my own ignorance brought me to this level, but it's just so freaking confused, RCS. How much fuel do I have? Still quite a bit. What are you doing? Just go. Retrograde, Jesus. It's like, I'm gonna waste a bunch of monopropellant just to make sure I'm in the exact same position you just put me in. Actually, I can probably monopropellant this, right? Not very fast, I have to admit. It does not want to work. Stone, there was nothing normal about this mission. Very, very true. This is one of the longest and most pain-in-the-ass missions I've done so far. That should be fine. Actually, I want to go to prograde real quick, just to flip it around. How much monopropellant do I have? Not a lot, but it's good enough. I have a feeling this craft is just going to waste it all before I magically get there, but... 6.1, 6.0, 5.9. I might actually hit this thing. That'd be a little bit embarrassing. I think I'm legitimately going to hit this thing. Three, two... Yeah, I'm going to hit it. Interesting. Well, let's hope we don't blow anything up. 3.8. I might just bypass it, but I'm definitely going to hit the thing. Well, that's not what I intended to do, but I'll take it. Let's see if it blows things up. Oh, stay away from the craft. Nope, we're still going to touch it. Oh, shit. Oh, that was close. Oh, that was close. Oh, man. Alright, let's keep going. Let me back this thing on up. 8 meters per second, 7 meters per second. It's fine. That was damn close. Whew. Man, at least it didn't blow up. Talk about a waste of 2 hours if that would have blown up. Alright, let's go back out this way. I need to target the top. We have monopropellant now. I'm in a parking orbit-ish. But I need to get back around the other side. Let me control from here. Not that it will change much. There we go. And then I'm gonna get on the other side of this thing. I'm so glad that didn't hit. It looks like it's gonna end good. Well, we can hope. Let me slow that down a little bit. There we go. This is going to be an interesting way to dock, but we can definitely still do it. How much power do I have? Over 4,000. So let me bring in these so that I don't blow them up. Like so. I'm so glad we got into a parking orbit near this. I did not think we were going to. Let's see. I'm still moving a little bit backwards, which is fine. I want to be moving towards it. Possibly not that fast, and then I want to be moving up. Once again, possibly not that fast, but... Okay, cool. Try to prevent that from wiggling. Alright, now this is where it gets to a pain in the ass. I should probably back it up if I'm being honest, and then I'll bring it in once I'm more lined up. We'll try to line up top-wise first. Whoops. Lots of burn in that direction. We're almost lined up there. How far out from it is it? It seems to be okay. Alright, sorry, this is going to take a while for me to get this thing exactly where I want it, but that's okay. I'd much rather take a while than end up just smashing this thing headfirst into it, which is what I almost did, if I'm being honest. .1 seems to be pretty damn good. Now let's start moving back in towards it. Like so. angle up a little bit. This is gonna be sketchy, but it's okay. Target 1 meter per second. It's pretty much what I need it to be. I'm just lining it up the best I can. We're going at a reasonable speed. 7.4. Finally, Fun Bun, we're gonna land your base. Quick save. Right now might not be the best time for that. Now, theoretically, it's lined up well enough that this shouldn't be an issue. Our magnets should be able to whittle this in just fine. Three. It's so sketchy. 2 meters. 1 meter. Now I can slow down just a bit as we come in because I don't want those magnets to mess up. And bam! Cool. Now, theoretically, I don't know how the hell you're supposed to be able to transfer fuel. I'm pretty sure somebody lied to me. I do not think it is physically possible to transfer fuel. Cool. I was told that that is possible, and it does not look like it. Let me pin that just to make sure. Okay, we can. Good. It's just to pin it. It just wasn't doing it right. I was about to freak out a bit, I have to admit. Let me do that. Let me do this. What I'm going to want is all of these probably fueled up to the same level, but it's fine. Let me go in. That scared the shit out of me because I legitimately didn't think it would work. Out. Pin it down. Cool, it's out of fuel. I was so sketched right there. In. Okay, so this is gonna be interesting. Let me stop those two. Lock them down for a minute so that they don't do anything. And then this one, how much fuel did I have in there? 600. It's a little bit too much, but that's fine. What about here? Let's do in, and it shouldn't be changing that one at all because I locked it. I'm so glad I figured that out because I was about to have a problem. Now, stop. That's still too much fuel, but it's fine. I don't really care. This one, in and in. Bam. Alright, I'll take that. With that, this thing's not in an orbit, is it? It says I still have fuel on this, but no, I don't. What are you talking about? It must just be saying that because this engine shut down. This thing's acting weird, but it's okay. I don't know why that's on stage 0, but I guess it's just because it's at the top of the craft. We now have fuel. I could theoretically, instead of having this as space junk, I could theoretically have it as a satellite, but I don't think I'm going to do that. We now have enough fuel, hopefully, to be able to land this thing. Just as you try to help me, you figure it out and you have to delete the whole comment. Thank you for your attempt, at the very least. I'm glad I figured it out, because that would have, no joke, made me very, very mad. Ike Periapps. I want to bring that down, so I'd want to go to... retro. How much monopropellant do I have? I have 13,000 electric charge. That's nice. We should have enough to make this work. I also probably want to accelerate time until I'm out to our apoapps. Finally, we are docked. This is gonna be the longest I've ever had to spend on one single goal. Like, it didn't even take me this long to get to the moon. The first time, rather. Let me clarify that. It should never take me 2 hours to get to the moon. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And in just a second, slow it down. Cool. Now, does this bring down... It's just doing some weird shit, so I have to wait. Cool. Does this bring down my periaps? It does. I could theoretically use monopropellant, but I don't necessarily want to do that. Cool. So it doesn't know how to control it. What a pain in the ass. Control from here. It says, maybe my camera's upside down. It says that I'm still retrograding, but I can almost guarantee that if I kick on this engine, that periaps is going to go up rather than down. No, it's still... Okay, I guess I'm just upside down. My camera's upside down. That's okay. Let's just use our monopropellant, bring it down, and then we'll use our fuel. Shouldn't take too long. Accelerate time, just make it a little faster. We are going to be coming down on the surface pretty fast, but that's okay. We have 2,000 fuel. I don't think we have a problem with coming down too quickly. But I'd rather not use our fuel to bring us in for an actual encounter if I can help it. We've got down almost 200,000 meters just from our monopropellant, and that is good enough for me. That saves quite a bit of fuel. Down to 100. Does anyone know what the safe altitude is for Ike? Like, I know on the moon it's around 7,000. I don't know what the hell this thing is doing right now, but that's okay. $200, 150. I'll probably bring it down to like 10,000 or something, and then just drastically slow down. Oop! Well, good job on that one. Just drastically slow down. That is not going to be fun. Oh, well. Oh, wait, I can't do that anyways, because I have a massive spacecraft that I have to get rid of. Yeah, let's bring that down a little bit more. Cool. And then let's undock and unpin all these things so that they're not all over the place still. There we go. Undock, decouple, whatever the hell you want to call it. Whichever one I can actually undock. It won't let me do it for some reason. Are you serious? Thank you. Undock. And now magically we have fuel again. Now I don't have monopropellant to get away from this thing, but that's okay. Is it possible to have a bot as a moderator on YouTube for chat? I think so. It's called Nightbot. I think Nightbot works for both Twitch and YouTube, but I'm not certain. I don't really need one because I have so many great mods. Alrighty, well, let's see if this works the way I want it to. Probably not, but that's okay. We are far enough out that it's not that big a deal. Does this craft... Hold on. By any chance, does that other craft have monopropellant left in it? No, it doesn't. Okay. I didn't think it did, but I was just wondering. Then how should I do this? I should have saved a little bit of our monopropellant. I'm gonna have to do some funky burning to get away from this thing. Let's go back to our other ship. Start coming down towards Ike, I guess. I gave it enough of an oomph that I might not have to worry about it. I don't know how much power I actually gave it in that thrust. I hope I slowed it down enough that it'll come down sooner than I will, because I do not want to accidentally come smacking into that thing. Fun bun, I'm flattered. 500,000, 400,000, 200,000. Hey, there it goes. That's what I was wanting, is for it to come down faster than I am, so I don't have to worry about it. 100,000, 90,000. We actually don't have to slow down that much. Interesting. I'll wait until we're at like 30,000. We'll come in for a nice landing. Finally. 40,000, maybe down to 30,000, just because we're still pretty high up here. I say that, maybe down to 25,000. Alright, now let's flip over. I have enough electric control that it should be no issues. And then we'll start slowing on down. Get those landing gear out. Nice! I'm finally gonna land on Ike. It's been a pretty slow day today for streaming, I have to admit. We'll just barely start using this fuel because we're still really high in the atmosphere. I just want to make sure that we are bringing our speed down. I have plenty of fuel, but I'll keep that up just in case. Probably can bring it at about 30%. I would like to have us below 200 meters per second once we get under 10,000 meters. But I'm not certain if that's going to be possible. It looks like we have still quite a bit of vertical descent. We have maybe 2 minutes till we hit the surface based on our current level of vertical descent. Yeah, this might work. I'm not seeing any textures. Oh, I take that back. I'm starting to see texture. The shaders are almost always there, but the texture starts to show up once you get really close, and you can start to see the actual lines, like the grid pattern of the land. So I have a feeling we are going to be going a little fast. Launching your server now. Narwhals might be a little late because he's on a plane call. Or on a phone call, a plane call. But you'll start without him. All good, man. What time is it? Is it almost... Oh shit, you're going to be going live in 10 minutes. Well, I'm about to shut down in 10 minutes, so we're going to be almost perfectly lined up, Fun Bun. Oh yeah, I put yours and Narwhal's stream on my featured channels list. I don't know if you guys really wanted it or not, but I put it up there, so if you want some extra stoners to drop by, it's possible. If they go to my homepage, you'll show up on the side. Surface speed, I should have changed that a long time ago. I'm glad it did that automatically for me. Yeah, I can see a lot of texture. I can't see rocks yet, which is good. Whenever you start seeing rocks, you're within like 3,000 meters of the surface. Let's bring it down to under 100. 50 seems pretty reasonable. I don't know why this thing is going all over the place. Oh, you noticed and you returned the favor. You said it in the stream, actually. Oh, well, I'm sorry I missed that. Yeah, the only person I had in my featured channels list was Permanent Iron, which was an old school Ultimate Iron Man. He's fucking awesome. I talked to him multiple times in-game. Never knew the guy personally, but I talked to him multiple times in-game. We have a lot of fuel. And for some reason, this ship does not want to stay in retrograde. I do not understand that. That is so weird. I wonder if it's because my fuel setup is off. Like, I have a lot more fuel in one side than the other. 600... No, it's... I mean, it's not great, but it shouldn't be messing up that bad. I see one rock. Alright, let's bring our speed down. 20 meters per second, 18, 15. Should be just fine. It doesn't look like we're coming down on a terrible landing. $12, $11, $10. We just have to be going less than... Hey, I have a shadow. That's awesome. Less than 12 in order to hit softly. And it's a moon. So I have a feeling we're going to want to hit a lot softer than 12 meters per second. Let's aim for like 2 meters per second if possible. Like so. And just like that, a gentle touchdown. Bam! We're on Minimus! Thank goodness. That was a pain. That was a royal pain. Alright, let's run atmospheric analysis. There is nothing on this moon. Didn't think so, but run analysis of the moon itself. Ike Lowlands. Actually, we should probably put out all of our solar panels. We landed! I'm happy. If you couldn't tell, I am quite happy. Let's log pressure data. Sure, let's keep that. Let's log temperature data. Sure, let's keep that. It looks like this is not full. Why are you... Oh, hold on. Let me transfer crew. Transfer Lodbus into here. I have a feeling that is why it was not letting me do that. Review data. It is indeedy. So let's make another useful moon base. Review data, toss it in there. Any of these have not been used. So let's close doors, close doors, close doors. Nope, they've all been used. So that's fun. Log seismic data. Let's toss that in there. Probably need to put out all of our solar panels. Once again, I hope this doesn't blow up either our solar panel or the relay, but it's okay. Like so. Extend. Extend. That one's already out. This one needs to be extended. Oh my goodness! Woo! Well, I have enough fuel for return. I am not returning with this one. I may eventually, but I'm not going to be returning with this one. I could definitely get it into orbit, so if I wanted to, I could refuel it and take it back. But I'm going to leave it on the moon for a while and just generate a shitload of science, because we need it. Log pressure data. Toss it in there. Nope, never mind. Grab that. Crew report, maybe. I have barely any data in there, but that's okay. It does not want to give me a crew report. Lodbus, give me a second. Transfer crew, transfer you in there. Now have you EVA. I normally would have EVA'd right out of the science capsule, but I have a feeling you would have spontaneously exploded. Take service sample. 240 freaking science. EVA report. You look up to the sky and see something zip past. Probably the explosive canister that we just used to refuel. Board. Transfer crew again, because I need to move you back to the science capsule. Like so. Can't... transfer. There we go. For some reason it wasn't letting me transfer. That was weird. Anything else? Any other science that I need? I think I've got it all. I've already got that. I've already got the seismic stuff. I've already got the log temperature. We can't reset the goo, and I can't reset the doors. Not exactly sure why they're locked. But that's okay. I guess I must have already transmitted the data from them, because I wasn't expecting to get this thing back home. Anything else? Anything at all? I don't think so. That's about it. Let's just start generating science. Start research at 2.37 per day. Sweet, and with that, I will leave it here, because that is, you're going live in 5, all good, fun bun, I'll be there. Thank you once again for hanging in with me today, because this has been one hell of an adventure. I have never taken 2.5 hours to do a single goal before in Kerbal Space Program. But I guess I did successfully rendezvous and dock in lunar orbit around Ike, so I'll take that. That is a first for me, even though I wasn't stoned. It was a relatively good stream. I didn't rage quit, which is a success for me. And past that, I'm going to leave it off here. Thank you both for watching and sticking with me for so long. I don't know if Trey is still here or not. Actually, 5 people are watching. That's cool. Thank you all for being here, and I will once again be streaming tomorrow. I don't know what I'll be streaming. If I have weed, it's possibly going to be Portal 1 or Minecraft, but I'm not certain. We will see. I will definitely be streaming again tomorrow. So once again, thank you, and I will see you all tomorrow.